Welcome in to this edition of Marvel Friends After Work, a podcast that talks about anything and everything related to the MCU. So I'm Casey, my fellow hosts, Nick and Joel. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, it's really nice of you to ask.
You're the host. How are you doing?
I'm exhausted and I'm tired. That's why I asked how you guys are doing.
It is late on a Friday.
Right.
Do you guys feel that like Friday nights are the for me it's the hardest night to stay awake? It's like everyone wants to go out and do something. It's Friday night. For me, it's like, dude, I just worked all week. All I want to do is just relax, lay down, go to bed, and rest up for a good Saturday and Sunday. Am I alone, or do you guys agree with that?
You are totally alone. But because you stayed up all night on Thirsty Thursdays watching your Detroit Bears play.
Lions.
Yeah,
All day.
Lions. Yeah.
Go Lions.
Saints are going to be good this year. I feel it.
No, I don't feel that way about Fridays. I'm not usually tired on Fridays.
Wow.
Sunday night, I probably feel more tired. But Friday and Saturday, I feel pretty like, I don't know, it's weekend vibes. You feel it.
See, my Sunday is like when I stay up the latest. I'm so refreshed that I'm like, I guess I'm just up till 2 a.m. tonight because I'm just so like I just slept in on Saturday. Like I enjoyed the weekend. I'm refreshed. I've recharged my body. So Sunday was like my day to stay up and do stuff. But
like
I work tomorrow, so tomorrow is really my Friday.
Tomorrow, so it's Thursday for you right now. Well, cheers to Thursday.
I was
Thursday,
like,
Thursday.
what's today? If today's Friday, Saturday, I don't even know what day of the
The
week.
day before
it
would be
doesn't
Thursday.
matter.
But today is actually Friday.
Tomorrow's Saturday because of college football, and that's like keeps me in schedule. When football ends, I'm always like, I don't know what day of the weekend it is.
What's your college football team?
Ohio State Buckeyes.
Oh, that's right. That sucks. What a bummer.
What are you? What are you again? That team?
We are not a good team.
Is that what you're rooting for?
The Lions is what I'm rooting for. Professional football.
Professional.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
Ole
tonight. What?
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Well.
Small
Isn't that where what's the parents' names of the blind side wanted here to go? It was Ole Miss?
Yes.
They're big Ole Miss people. Yeah.
You'd be so proud of me.
Greg
I
Orr.
know the
He did play
reference
for
to
him.
that.
And
Casey,
Manning-
I haven't seen the movie,
here.
but I heard of it.
Get out of
Mannings,
here.
most of them went to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
We didn't take Peyton in because he's a little dumb in the head, so we had to go to
He's
Tennessee.
big head. Yeah.
No,
But the
I
rest
lost
of
the
them.
reference at that point.
Yeah.
You don't know the Mannings? You should go watch. It's on Disney, actually. There's a Mannings, History of the Mannings or something documentary on there.
Whoa, I did not know that. I'm gonna watch that.
Yep. It's not a 30 for 30, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah. And they got another one going at Texas University right now. It was turning into a football show real quick if we keep talking about this.
Yeah. Sorry. We got switch modes.
So while you're on Disney Plus, then checking those out, you can also check out the Groot season 2 that just dropped. Look at that segue.
I am Groot.
It was not. I am Groot, or Groot am I. At least that's what I
Groot.
chose for my
Groot am I.
tag name. There was 5 of them. They weren't 15 minutes a piece. So I was wrong on that. I was thinking, because last time I think I said they were going to be 15 minutes a piece, which I'm so glad they weren't, because I was like, I don't want to watch 15 minutes of 5 of those. That would be a lot. So out of the 5 that appeared, which one was your guys' favorite?
I really liked the one with the Watcher. I'll take the lead. I really liked the one with the Watcher. It was really funny. Groot just wants the ball the whole time. It becomes the metaphor, the lava. It was really good CGI in these. Honestly, like this, you're not watching this thinking like, this just is terrible. Like, I don't know. And on our TV, it looked great. My daughter was like, is this like real? Do they have like robots playing these? Like, how does this look so real? And I'm like, no, it's just CGI, but it looked really cool. And I really liked the one with the Watcher. He was funny in it. Groot was funny in it. It had you laughing out loud. I like it. And I honestly think there could be something to the ending of that, the metaphor that Groot was the one that's bringing peace. He's the seedling that's growing up and bringing peace for the prophecy. That could be something that actually plays into Marvel in 8 years from now. So
He's the
it was
Marvel
titled
Messiah.
Groot. Yeah, it was titled Groot and the Great Prophecy. So I thought the same thing. I'm like, maybe this actually has tie-ins to the
He is he's the Messiah.
Yeah,
and this
he's
is
the
the
Messiah.
second coming of Groot because he was reborn.
It's a really weird comparison, but I kind of see what you're doing there.
Accurate. Yeah. My favorite episode was the Watcher one, but if I had to pick a second best, I like the one where he goes to the snow planet and he makes a snowman with all of Rocket's like appendages, robot appendages parts, and it kind of turns into like an Ultron. And he has to take it down. I thought that was fun.
And it's so funny in the episode. He like realizes that there's the death machine going after the ship, but then he looks closely and he looks at his coffee mug full of hot chocolate, and he goes,
"He never once cared about the ship."
No, yeah, he did. Yeah, the hot cocoa, and then he drinks the hot cocoa at the end and just smacks it away because it burns him. Like that's a good one for sure.
My favorite part of that was at the very end when he does smack it away, and then Rocket was like, "Hey!"
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget we get the rocket. Yeah.
I couldn't
Does that
tell
count
if
as a
it
rocket
was.
mention? That's got to be a rocket mention.
It
right?
has to. It says
is.
at the end too. It says Bradley Cooper as Rocket, like he's credited.
Yeah, I saw that because I was like, I couldn't tell if
Points.
it was Star-Lord talking or if it was Rocket. It was one of their voices, but yeah, in the credits it gave it to Bradley Cooper. My favorite was the prophecy one. I literally labeled them 1 through 5, like which one I liked the best. It was the exact opposite order. So the first one was my least, the second one was in 4th place, third one was right in the middle, 4th, 5th. That's exactly how I liked them. I wish they would just like flip the order to watch them because I watched the first 2 and I was really not impressed. Not so much with the quality.
Can we just retract though? First one is what? The birds, and he's like they poop and they
find
you my Groot? The mom. It's not the worst thing. Is that
I
mom?
didn't understand it.
He finds an egg. Are you my Groot?
Yeah.
Groot knows.
But is that bird like something that's in Marvel, or is that something they just brought for the show? Just out of curiosity.
I didn't recognize it.
Not that I know.
I didn't either, but I thought hopefully Joel might have. Yeah, not the greatest episode.
It wasn't. The quality was fine.
Like great.
The quality on all of them was fine, but it was the story plot. I was like,
what was number 2?
Number 2 was
Groot noses around.
Oh, that one's fun. That's a good one. You know.
I liked him smelling his own filth. That was pretty funny.
He's playing
instead
video
of like
games.
Cleaning everything up in his room, he kind of just goes and pops off the nose and goes back to playing his video games.
The thing is, that's really relatable, I think, to all boys at like 9 years old, 10 years old, is you just sit there, eat chips, drink, and play video games, and that's just like life.
So, as guys, you actually get disgusted by your own trash and smell, or never?
No, because I can smell it and I go, yeah, I'll take a shower.
Yeah. You just become accustomed to it. You're like, oh, are these chips from last week or last month? I don't know. They taste all right regardless.
It's too crunchy. I don't know.
Too stale.
I wouldn't know. I didn't have brothers, and obviously I'm not a guy. And I was like, do boys just feel this way? They just don't care, apparently.
Yeah, I think it's pretty
I'm curious what your refrigerator looks like compared to my refrigerator.
Oh, that'd be a fun comparison.
Like me personally?
Nick has a wife, so
I got a family. I got
yeah.
Yeah.
So somebody else.
If you have a family, there's guarantee containers in there with mold in the back because it's like a leftover nobody wants, and you can't see through the container. Does any family not have that problem? I don't think so. I mean, we go look right now.
We don't have a microwave, so we don't do leftovers. If there's leftovers, we just get rid of them. We don't keep leftovers. We just cook for what we eat.
So
you can put it in the oven or cook it on the stove. Like
that's so long to do. It's so long to do. We just cook for what we eat. We just cook for what we eat.
Toaster oven.
As long as you eat what you're cooking. Yeah.
We just cook. We don't want to like overeat and have it like overcook, overbuy. You know what I mean? Like we just keep it. And if we're still hungry, there's little snacks around and whatnot.
My fridge is either like very bare. It's got a little water container that I fill
7
up.
beers in
water. There's normally beers in it, or there's 0 beers in it. And then there's like I get HelloFresh or whatever the competitor is, HelloFresh. And so I've got like the little trays that they send you in the box. So I just slide those in. So I either have trays for foods ready to go, or there's like the leftover potatoes and things that I didn't cook out of the meal. And it's like, guess we're making French fries tonight. Air fryer.
I need to know what Casey's fridge looks like.
It's like really like cleaned out in that sense. Like I can't. I'm very like OCD, like clean type person. I hate clutter, and so like if it's been something's been open and it's like 5 days later, I'm like it's bad, and I throw it away. So
Do
my
you
fridge is like very
Not
do you
mine.
cook Do you cook dinners? Do you go
yeah.
out for dinners? You cook dinners?
I don't go out very much at all.
So you got a
Like
lot of
at
food
all.
in the fridge, then I assume, right?
Yeah, that would be true. I would probably have more food since I cook and not have stuff
Yeah.
pre-made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joel's over here taking the shortcut. He's like, everyone, just plan my food for me, and I'll just cook it.
I mean, it's nice because they give you what you need, and they give
Yeah.
you like meats and
What I was
vegetables
just
and stuff.
right.
That sounds
But
kind of appealing,
but you can
yeah.
stock your, because noodles and rice are so cheap, so you can just
Yeah,
have those stockpiled.
Of course.
And then if you don't end up using some of this stuff, you can always make it into one of the other meals with what's left over from a meal.
When I
Joel
was
Very
like has
single,
this
resourceful.
nice balance between us two, Nick.
Very resourceful.
That's true. That's true.
Nothing goes bad, and if it does, it takes me a while to figure it out, and then it gets thrown out.
When I was
'Cause
single, I
it's
was all about
brown.
eggs. Man, it was like anything.
Oh,
I
I
could
got
just
some
eat
eggs.
an egg sandwich, just eggs and bacon.
I went through
like,
that phase too. Like it
Yeah,
was eggs, everything. Every
everything.
meal. It was
Every
different,
meal.
different
Yeah.
kinds. Yeah.
Egg salad sandwich, right?
Do you cook eggs in the microwave?
I don't have a microwave, but no, I
Oh,
would
you
never do
can.
that.
You can absolutely do it.
I don't
Well, you
recommend
can.
that.
Scrambled 2 eggs with some shredded cheese with a little bit of milk. 2 minutes.
It does work. Does work.
Actually, 2 minutes is kind of strong. I would say like a minute, minute and a half.
Oh, just cook it on the stove. It takes a minute and a half.
It's true. That's very true.
It does not, because you got to wait for the pan to heat up. So 5 minutes.
You're only cooking for a minute and a half, though.
When you're on the go, you got to go.
12 minutes in, and we really haven't gotten to much. I like this.
Breakfast special.
Episode 3 was the snow one. Joel, that was your favorite.
That was a good one.
That was my
second
favorite one. I did like that
My
one.
second favorite one was
was
the one we were just about to talk to. I think number 4, which is the ice cream one, right? Where he's trying to find the freaking coin the whole
Yes.
time.
That was
That's
good
such
too.
a good
Yeah.
episode. That was so good.
That one was cute. I liked
loved
the story. It worked. Like they felt like there was actually a little plot.
Yeah.
And then he blows up
Blows
the ice cream
up
machine.
the ice cream truck,
right?
but he gets his ice cream, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever. It was great.
And,
We had
like,
And then
guy
the
with, like the
Nova
Nova Accord.
Yeah. The Nova
He's
Corps
just,
comes
like,
in
sitting
and
there as a
they're
little
like
kid.
spotlighting him. Yeah.
That's
It's like
great.
I'm just enjoying my ice cream.
He did put his
And then we
seatbelt
get
on. I
full
was proud of
watch
him
right
for that.
The
Yeah.
goggles, the little
Yeah.
goggles.
Put his goggles on. And then, Groot and the Great Prophecy. The
that one kicked butt. That was a good one.
That one was good. Like had like a story to it. I thought it was funny. I loved the Watcher in it. Like that one felt like it was kind of for the parents. Like who are sitting there watching it with their kids. You're like, this is for us.
It slowly got more and more adult, more and more of a storyline. But the whole first scene was like Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? It was very much Indiana Jones, which is also a Disney property now. So it would make sense for them to give those notes in there. But it was funny for him to just like turn around and be like intentionally jumping on every single
I've never seen anyone do that before. That's great. And then he finally gets to it and he's like, all right, he's gonna finally get the seed, and he just pulls out the little blue
Did you
ball.
go after the ball? What are those things worth? 25 cents?
This place is doomed. This place is over. I can't watch. I'm the watcher, but I can't watch this, he says.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That was the best one.
Yeah, that was cool. I'm down with those. Give me those every year. Honestly, I will take 5 episodes every year of just Baby Groot doing funny Baby Groot stuff. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
How long do you think it took them to make 20 minutes total? I mean, it's all CGI, so I'm sure it does take much longer than getting anybody on screen to do stuff. But 20 minutes? I mean, 6 months, a year? How long do you think?
I have no
Best
idea.
guess.
6 months is probably my guess. Maybe 5, 6 months in that time frame.
It's got to take.
Depends.
It's got to take a little bit longer though for them to make What If, because What If is a whole different blend.
You also have to have a bunch of different actors come in and read dialogue and whatnot.
Yeah,
you ain't doing that.
So you kind of have 2 avenues. You got voice acting, and then you got sound effects, then you got the animation. So it's like 3 different like teams are working on that.
Yeah.
At that point.
Would it be easier? And do we think it'd be better if we got 5 episodes of 4-minute long shows every year, but every year they kind of showcase someone different. And it's like the one-offs, the one-shots that we used to get back in the first couple phases, and it would just be, I don't know, Thor riding the bus or something like that, and that would just like these really random like 3-minute episodes.
Light bulb.
Shorts.
I like that.
Light bulb just went off. The same way that like Pixar shorts used to go before the movie. It'd be great to have just like one episode of Groot playing around before the movie starts. Because I mean, it's great that they gave us all 5 4-minute episodes at once, but it literally took me 30 minutes to watch all of them
2 times.
I think it'd be way more fun just to have them like randomly spread out between, instead of your post-credit scenes and stuff you're looking forward. You could just look forward to getting there early and watching Groot.
Let's leave the post-credit scenes alone, but I'm down to add an extra. Okay.
But if you want to show up early to the theater, you might get to see this little 4-minute Groot mini episode.
I'd be down with that. Like,
and then after everything,
trailers.
Then put them all on Disney Plus so you can watch them as many times as you want.
Yeah.
It could be like the stupid, like, like when you're sitting there for all those trailers, every time I go see a Marvel movie, I think the same thing. Why can't they have in the bottom of the screen little countdown clocks, so you know when the movie's going to start? So if you want to go get something to drink or especially if you'd know. But when the Groot thing comes on, you're like, I got 5 minutes.
That's a good idea too. Yeah, I like that. Your little 5-minute warning. Groot comes on. You know what I mean? We get a short little Groot animation. You got 5 minutes. Get your shit ready. Come back. We'll listen to the AMC song or MJR song or whatever song it is.
That is a serious question though. Why don't they have a little thing in the corner, like ticking down, like so you know when the movie's going to start? It drives me out of my my living mind. I just can't understand it.
Probably because the people that work there aren't on time. So they're just like, oh shit, I forgot to start this movie. And then they run.
Oh my gosh.
4 minutes late and they flip the switch.
What do you
do you
still like put the reel in when you're doing it? Do they do that these days? They can't do that. Is that still a thing?
I feel like it's preloaded, right?
It seems like it would be. I don't know. The technology these days.
Just turn it on. I don't think anybody's
depend
actually.
On the studio?
Oh, we got to switch from this advertisement to this advertisement. I think it's just like, here's the switch. Here's the things that are going to be projected. And then here's the movie.
Yeah.
Speaking of switching from this content to that content, what if season 2?
What if
9 episodes? They came out with the titles / like description a little bit of what each episode was going to be. Obviously, this could change. Marvel is continuously changing on us, but this sounds pretty confirmed that this is what it's going to be. So there's 9 episodes. So we're going to start with the first one. The first one was listed as "What if Gamora killed Thanos?"
That seems like a very short storyline.
I don't know what does happen then. Thanos never goes and tries to be this like crazy dude, right? Does Gamora get power hungry? Does she go after the stones?
Does she get the glove?
Does she become the gauntlet and they have to take her down? That's a fun story.
See, that's what I assumed, that she would get the gauntlet. My question was, would she really snap away half the earth, or would she do something else with that much
Hopefully
power?
something else. What?
What would she want?
Yeah, exactly.
If you literally got the power to do whatever you want.
Her family back. She'd want her family.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. But then there's too many people, and then
you can't do that.
Galactus comes in. He says,
here's an idea. Let's snap and double like the resources or something.
Yeah, right.
Or create a couple more planets. Or duplicate.
She's not like that though. We see who she is. She's a Ravager. You know what I mean? Like she was that person for a minute, but
wait, that Ravager, or that Gamora, or the earlier Gamora?
It won't be the earlier Gamora, I bet, because if she's beaten Thanos, I bet it's before. I'm guessing it's probably going to be before that fight that they have with he has the Infinity Stones. It would be like her 86 in them sometime at home, and then her like life path is different.
So she's not a Ravager then?
Not a Ravager. I'm just saying her mentality is still like fucking kick everyone's ass, be the best at everything. It hasn't come around to like, oh, people are good. So I don't know. It would be great.
You're thinking definitely didn't meet Star-Lord.
No, correct. Yep.
Didn't learn how to dance.
Maybe meets him, but Yeah, not in the way we saw, and yeah, maybe she kills him.
Hasn't discovered music yet.
Yes, correct. Doesn't know if she's a dancer. No.
Pre-music Gamora.
Right.
Which, kind of since we said music, I'm going to jump to one of them that said, what if Wanda had grown up watching musicals instead of sitcoms?
I hate it. I just
I think
personally, I hate musicals, so it's just bias. Don't take my consideration at all.
I can really agree with that. I'm not big on musicals. I think the idea is really interesting, and I think it's fun that they're going to explore that in the animation. I'm so glad they didn't do that, though. I'm glad it was sitcoms.
Live action. Yeah.
And live action would have been terrible. I don't think it would be as loved overall if it was a musical, because not everybody's a musical person.
Right. I'm
But I
definitely
like
not.
music.
I'm fine with sharing
like
it.
that.
Like if that becomes something that everyone is beloved to, fine with it. I loved the WandaVision we got. So glad we didn't get a musical version of that. But maybe this will be their musical version, and maybe they'll love it, and they'll just watch it a million times in a row because they love it so much. And Nick's gonna learn all the words, and he's gonna sing along to it because he loves musicals.
I do not
like
love
musicals,
musicals,
Nick?
but I appreciate all kinds of art. So if there's a good musical out there, I don't turn it down or not watch it because people sing in the movie. Like that's
Right.
He's a
that's
Swiftie
just
fan.
crazy.
We know this.
But there are bad musicals out there, so I mean, I don't fucking know. Do I think this would be like it? I'm very happy that we were sitcomming, not musicaling during the actual show. But for 22 minutes, this will be interesting. Also, I think we're getting Carol Danvers singing a song in the Marvels. Like,
Yeah.
I heard
music's
that rumor.
coming to Marvels. Music's coming to Marvel. Like, you just got to get with it. That's something. And if you hate it, it could become, I don't know. I feel like there's a musical movie on the way somewhere, somehow. And you just got to be open-minded to it, because if you go into it with a bad mind, it's just not going to be good no matter what. So
I could do this all day.
all day. Also, this episode is like 7th on the list, right? Right.
It was the last one listed, so it would be 9.
So, and if
Oh,
we
it's
all know
9
the
episodes.
first What If, and the first season of What If, the last 3 episodes were fucking crazy and awesome. If this is the last episode, I don't care what they want to title it. It's going to be an awesome episode to finish the series. I can bet my bottom dollar on it. So
That's a weird place for it.
I thought it was 7th, and I was going to be like, okay, so it's getting leading up to the end, which will be kind of interesting. If it's 9, then I don't care what it is, man.
The finale's all musical.
That would be great. That could be great.
He was a robot and he gained his censure. Whatever.
Well, number 8 was.
See.
Well, number 8 though was What If Happy Hogan Saved Christmas episode from Iron Man 3. So it's Christmas time, so it could be a singing one too. Holidays, you got Christmas songs going on. They're gonna end on a musical note. That's how What If's gonna end.
Does it say it says Christmas for sure, and not like the holidays?
It says What If Happy Hogan Saved Christmas episode from Iron Man 3.
Okay.
Can you say the word Christmas these days? I think that's banned.
It's
I thought
not
you were asking
inclusive.
me personally
Not
for a second. I'm like,
inclusive.
how did I say it?
I think it's just
But-
not. Can you say the word Christmas, Casey?
I was like, I just did.
I thought I did.
Christmas.
I know I got a little bit of
Oh,
like a
shit,
slur,
Santa's on my
but
roof.
Santa.
No,
say
but-
Christmas.
So he would save the day by what,
Gotta
like
be
stopping.
happy holidays now.
So maybe he actually stopped the extremist guys at what's the theater, the Chinese theater. You know what I'm talking about?
In
Nick's
Iron Man
frozen.
3?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought you just
He's
saying
frozen.
anything.
He's just not. He's thinking real hard right now. He's still thinking hard. Yeah.
I only saw Iron Man 3 one time, so
It's
I
not-
really don't remember.
It's not the best one, but there is this moment in
It's
front of the
not.
Chinese theater, and he just happens to, or he's following one of the guys that's sketchy, and he bumps into another guy, and he sees them like trading things, and that's when you see the first guy's like face glow, or no, he punches him, and then you see the face glow, and that's when he gets So what if he?
Well, no, he
actually took
follows
out the
them.
guy?
He like follows them around.
Right.
Right.
follows
yeah,
him
he
to
follows-
the Chinese
yeah.
theater,
Right.
sees the
right,
exchange, says something along the lines of "Jigs up, buddy. I know what's going on. I got you. Got this." And so
they did the
maybe he saved
briefcase
day
swap.
instead of getting his ass kicked.
Mhm.
You know,
It's
Is that
a
what-
great
I mean,
Christmas movie.
is that what we're thinking for him saving Christmas?
I don't really.
Or does he take it and become an extremist guy, and then he's like big jolly, flammable Santa?
I like that. I like that way better. Like that sounds a lot more fun.
That does sound fun. That sounds
I don't
great.
know.
I'd watch it. I'll watch it no matter what. It's right in the holiday seasons. I'm the biggest holiday sucker there is. I hope it leads into a full-on 22-minute Wanda Christmas Carol singing musical. It would be phenomenal. And if somehow it's gonna lead, those two are gonna play in together. And I bet it is something with the extremists. I mean, we've seen it come back already in Secret Invasion.
I need more.
We're getting this. Like, I just think there will be more. So I think this would be like kind of a way to do it. But the Watcher at this point, at this episode 8, the Watcher is shit's gonna be going down. Like I'm fully expecting shit to be going down by episode 8. So we'll see.
Episode 7 was what if Yondu delivered Star-Lord to Ego?
Is this the same Star-Lord?
I'm gonna assume
no,
this
so
is our Star-Lord, not like T'Challa's Star-Lord.
Right. Well, oh, okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
I'm assuming, but I see
So he
what you
actually
mean.
delivered him there. He got his extra powers. So Ego is now got the powers that he was looking for. Now he's a big globe of a planet that's moving.
He's
Celestial,
doing things. Whatever it is.
Yeah, he's a celestial. Yeah.
I know. He's just.
But he's a planet. He's a big
But he's a
living
planet,
planet. Yeah. Especially in the comics, he's like a big stupid. Like if the moon had a face, that's him.
Yeah. Ego.
Maybe he's like a relative or a second cousin to MODOK, and just a big head.
Man, maybe we get a MODOK. We better get a MODOK sighting in What If somewhere. I'll be pissed if we don't.
Read the list. I need to know what the full list is.
Hey, we're running. Don't be
Okay.
giving away our secrets. We're running down the list. We're on episode 6 right now. Gosh,
7.
Joel just wants to rush into
I'll look
everything.
I'll look at it.
Number
Okay.
6 was what if Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne fight the Red Guardian during the 1980s?
It's gonna be the worst episode out there. It's gonna be so.
I actually like it. I like it a lot.
It
Especially if
doesn't
it's like,
entertain me, I guess.
Is this gonna be
In
Hank,
the
like
80s,
Michael
right?
Douglas, Hank Pym,
but in the 80s.
right? But in the 80s.
Yeah. So
But it's
young
still Michael Douglas. Oh
young
my
Michael
God, no.
Douglas.
Terrible.
I think it'll be fun.
Oh, can we just get off of?
They're just trying to
get
save
off of this
Black
family.
Widow.
I'm done with
They're
this.
trying to
family.
save Black Widow. Black Widow kind of bombed in the theater.
Right. I'm down with the Red Guardian being in it, but I don't want to see Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne go after him. That's just not the.
Really? I feel like a lot of people's gripes was that you never got to see Hank Pym as the Ant-Man, other than like that little clip of him kicking ass.
Yeah, that's what MCU decided to do. Fuck Hank Pym as Ant-Man. He's not my Ant-Man. Scott Lang is my Ant-Man. Not
You
Hank
have not
Pym.
watched Mightiest Heroes.
Hashtag not my Ant-Man.
I mean, every time I watched it, I
love
was
that.
like, every time I watched it, I was like, anytime they said Hank Pym, I envisioned Michael Douglas running around, and I was like, this isn't right. Like, this just doesn't seem right. It wasn't Paul Rudd running around, which would have seemed right. Like, MCU made that decision. Deal with it.
You could also see like Shield at that, or whatever they called it at that time. I guess it wasn't Shield at that time, but you could see Tony Stark's dad. What's his damn name?
Howard Stark.
Howard Stark. And
There's anything that less excites me is these old guys when they weren't old. Like, that's just the least exciting thing to me. I'm fully out on
I'm
it.
only excited
and
for it
Peggy
because
Carter in there, though. You could throw her in.
Again, literally the least person I ever could care about. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about Peggy Carter when she comes in anywhere. So I'm out.
I'm only excited. I'm excited for it only because Janet's on my fantasy league, and I'm thinking more points. Yes.
But it doesn't come out this year.
Yeah, it does. Christmas. Right? No, Christmas.
They bumped it.
No,
it's going to drop around Christmas, so it should come this year.
That's why the Watcher was in Groot. Telling you.
Okay, number 5. What if the Tesseract landed in? Oh shit! I don't know how to say that.
And oh shit. Where's
and oh shit? Well,
I don't know how to pronounce the country's name.
Let's pop it up. Let's phonetically spell it out, and I'll give it a shot for you.
Wait a minute. Can you read that?
Nope.
Not at all.
Nope.
Okay, I'll spell it, and then somebody else can do it. You ready?
Spell it out to me.
HAUDENOSAUNEE.
Had you about halfway through there, and then I lost you.
I got it.
Hod and something.
It's Hodi no show ni. Hodi no show ni.
Oh yeah, that's the one that's supposed to be like in the central in North America, but in the center of North America.
It
So it's
means
supposed to be like a tribal.
It means people who build a house.
Okay.
Okay, so the whole title was then, what if the Tesseract landed in that place, Confederacy, before the colonization of America? The episode is supposed to be debuting the Native American MCU new character.
The name refers to a confederation or alliance among 6 Native American nations who are more commonly known as the Iroquois Confederacy. Each nation has its own identity. I said that wrong.
Iroquois.
Okay, sounds good.
Words are hard.
Words are hard, but this
They
is an
are.
interesting one. This is an interesting one, and I like it. I like it because there's a lot of what ifs. I don't think we need to go too deep into like what could have happened, but like.
Well, it's kind of a new topic altogether, so there's not really much to be like, what if? Except for the fact that the Tesseract didn't go where it originally went.
So, like the English population just wouldn't have ever like
stood
Had
a
it
chance.
first.
stood a chance,
Which
right? We would have
means-
been done. So it's
Pocahontas would have been like, boom. Sorry, John Smith.
except for John
Gone.
Smith, he can come over or whatever her husband's name
Everybody
was,
else
whatever it was.
gone.
And this raccoon.
No, I
Yeah,
like
I like it. I'm very intrigued because you can do a lot of things with this. Will probably be kind of a woke episode, though. Doesn't this introduce the new MCU character?
Yeah, she said
Yes.
it's a Native American character, which I mean, so is
Maya?
yeah, Maya. Damn it, what is her name?
I wanted to say Maya Lopez,
Margot.
but that doesn't sound right all of a sudden.
That is.
You mean
a
for
name.
Echo?
Is it Maya Lopez?
I think
It's
it is
Maya Lopez.
Yeah, I
It's
think
Maya
that's right.
Lopez.
Yeah.
I'm right.
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna say
she has
right.
a
It's
Native
fine.
American upbringing, and I
Mhm.
think we're gonna see more of that in anyway. So,
Yeah.
but being from Mississippi and growing up learning our history, that was most of the history. It was like, oh, all this area before we came over was all Native American lands, and you had
And they were doing just
the
fine.
Natchez and the Choctaws, and yeah, you had all these groups. The Iroquois were up in the little bit further to the west of the Mississippi River. Yeah. I think it'd be pretty cool for some of that knowledge to be useful, other than what I just said. Yeah, that's the only time any of that knowledge is. Nobody's ever been like, "Oh, you're from Mississippi. What were the tribes that were predominant in your area?"
Really?
No one's ever asked me that. Yeah, but now I know. Yeah. Now you know.
Ask that on the right when you go to the
The
gas station.
Choctaws, the Natchez. Yeah.
No, the top question's got to be, oh, let me hear you spell it really fast because you got to be really good at it.
MISSISSIPPI.
That is not how
You know
I
that?
learned.
MISSISSIPPI.
That's not how I learned to say it.
That is
no.
the weirdest way to learn how to spell the word Mississippi.
It's like
MISSISSIPPI.
MISSIPPI.
Yeah, that's
Why
that's how people
like,
learn how to spell Mississippi.
why did you learn it
bro.
like somebody was lighting a match and they were like, don't let
Because
this
it
burn
makes
me.
it
That's
forces you to remember it. I don't know.
Most people said it with 3 S's, like somewhere in there. MISSISSIPPI. That's how most people said it.
MISSISSIPPI.
Double
Maybe it's a northern
Mhm.
thing, Nick. Maybe
It
it's
must
just
be a
people up
northern
north.
thing.
That's what we call you guys down.
Yeah.
Well, down south, we talk.
Down south, they're like, am I?
It's more fun to spell it.
It's
Real
I think there's a PP in there somewhere. Speaking of that, I need a beer. Can
Yeah.
we go PP? That's
It's very accurate, like
I'm
on
offended.
steroids accurate.
I'm offended.
Where's my beer?
I need a beer. Oh my god.
Okay, so number 4. What if the Avengers versus Surtur? Did I say that right?
Yeah. Surtur was
Surtur.
Ragnarok. Started Ragnarok. So the very beginning.
That's right.
That's the flaming crown. guy. The crown of Surtur was what he knocks off his head.
Mm.
You mean to tell me if I just knocked that thing off of your head?
So instead
be
of
done with
Thor,
this.
they're saying all the Avengers versus him. That could be
And
interesting.
then Asgard stays up.
Without Thor or with Thor?
Well, I mean, I
Does
guess with
Hela-
Thor, it said Avengers.
It seems like a pretty easy win if they've got all the Avengers,
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
since Thor did it.
So
pretty
what is the what if?
single-handedly.
What if the Avengers beat Surtur?
It just said, "What if Avengers versus Surtur?"
Oh, so maybe they
Oh.
beat him and prevent Ragnarok.
I don't know
Because-
what is how much did they like lay low for Surtur during the Ragnarok movie? Like, is he a lot more powerful than they tried to give him credit for in that movie?
No, they Thor
It's
intentionally
got to be.
That's what I was-
releases Surtur. Who does that?
What are you talking
Loki
about? I'm
does
just
it.
saying.
Puts the crown on there.
Loki
and he,
does
like,
it. Yeah, Loki does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He puts the crown on top of the flame, and Surtur goes into that giant version of himself and destroys Asgard. So I guess the what if would be, what if they defeated him and he didn't destroy Asgard? So Asgard's still in place. There's no new Asgard on Earth, and Hela reigns on Asgard. I don't know.
I'm interested where Hela plays in the story, but you know she will.
Just got to.
I feel like then it's got to be what if Avengers versus Surtur and then versus Hela, because you got two problems then.
That'd be great. Makes
And
for a
then
good what if episode.
And then Hela just like slays all the Avengers immediately.
That would be super cool. You know, I'd be down with that.
Well, that leads into number
That's
3
totally
though.
a thing.
It said, "What if Odin and Hela versus Wenwu," which I'm assuming that's Wenwu from Shang-Chi.
Yeah. 10 Rings versus
The
Odin and
Mandarin?
Hela, you said?
Yeah, Odin and Hela versus.
I don't think the rings are that powerful, right? I feel like
We pretty connected with some stuff that's quite powerful, but
it
I
depends
don't.
where it's sending a beacon
Suppose-
to.
yeah, supposedly we haven't seen any of that shit yet. So far,
Um,
all he can do is like make a little.
I'm a
force field
betting
around
man,
him and
If I'm a betting man, give me Odin and Hela,
I agree.
and I'm a
I
betting
think-
man.
I think they win pretty easily in that.
I don't want
I
to.
find it
Rings
hard to
are-
believe the rings could protect him from Hela.
You know, she's
be
bad.
honest.
Odin, I think Odin's way more powerful than Hela. I mean, not the way that they put him because they separated him from Asgard. He was away from so long, he lost all his power because he gets his power from
They
Asgard.
never really showed what Odin was capable of. What is
No.
Odin's power?
So
Because
he's
even in the first
Yeah.
Thor movie, they were kind of like, "Oh, you're an old man by this
He's
point."
on
He
his way
never
out.
really showed anything, so
Mhm.
I never really considered Odin that powerful, to be honest.
he's like Thor on steroids. It's the best way I could put it. But
Mm.
he's more of like a creator, so he can like make things. Whereas Thor can only channel lightning and thunder. Odin.
So Odin can almost make the lightning. That's Zeus, though, right?
Yeah, but Zeus is the other mythology. So Odin is Norse mythology. Zeus is Roman mythology. So
Oh,
similar gods, but different storytelling.
Quick
interesting.
synopsis here. Odin power, all right, no, Odin is the most powerful.
The All Force.
Odin
the
is
All
the
Force.
most powerful of the Asgardian gods, possessing the massive energy source called the Odin power or Odin force. Odin's physical abilities are augmented, including superhuman strength, lifting up to 75 tons, superhuman durability, and regenerative powers. That's Odin.
Doesn't say anything about him making anything. I feel like he's a builder.
Making love. No, I don't know. No.
The Odin Force.
Dun,
It's
dun,
a
dun.
thing. Oh.
Okay, number 2 is what if Captain Carter finds Hydra Stomper? Continue from season 1 post credits.
Boring.
That's good. What? You don't like that?
You,
No.
you don't like anything to do with Peggy Carter, though. You kind of just stated that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, he hates
I'm
women.
not
That's
excited
what we
about
just
that.
learned. He hates women
I'm offended,
in
Nick.
positions of power.
I'm all in on a Wanda musical. I don't hate power and women. I just hate Peggy Carter. I think it's to be honest, it's just like, what are we doing? Like, we're trying to make Captain America a woman, and it's Peggy Carter, and it's just I didn't get behind it in the first What If, and I wasn't behind it in the Illuminati. She's on the Illuminati. Okay, no, that's being a little too woke. I'm not there for it. So
It's a different universe, though. In a different universe,
That's
she
true.
was the powerful one, which I kind of liked that episode. At least the very beginning of that episode with Peggy Carter, where she's like kicking the Nazis' asses. I thought that was pretty badass with her using the shield in cooler ways than Captain America has used in the MCU so far. I thought that was pretty great. So the idea is that she grabs Hydra Stomper, which is Captain America, or is Captain America. Yeah.
Who's the
Right?
Hydra Stomper? What is a Hydra Stomper? Is it a person or a thing?
That was the machine that they built using the Tesseract, powered by the Tesseract, at the end of that Peggy Carter episode. But didn't they show that to be maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that. Tony, was that Tony? It wasn't Tony Stark in it, right?
I don't remember.
Dang,
I'm pretty.
I was trying to share my screen real quick.
Yeah, show me your screen. Let me see what you got.
I can't figure it out, so don't worry about me.
We're not high tech people.
No, we're not. No, I don't know how to do it. He's just some big robot looking dude. It looks like my Lego set.
Yeah, but I could have sworn it was Steve Rogers.
Probably
that
very
was
expensive.
in the Hydra Stomper.
Real name, Stephen Grant Rogers.
Yeah, that's Steve Rogers. That's Captain America. Except he didn't become Captain America because Peggy Carter became Captain Carter instead.
Right.
So it's
So
Steve
now
Rogers.
he's fighting her. So now it's Steve
No,
Rogers.
I think he's her Bucky.
Gotcha.
So he's.
It'd be way cooler if it was Captain America versus Captain Carter. That would be. I would watch that episode.
I mean, you still might have to see that. I mean, that's.
If I don't.
But it wouldn't be
I'm
Captain
right,
America versus Captain Carter. It'd be
right. It would be, but Steve Rogers. He's still like somehow. Why is he bad?
Steve Rogers in the suit versus Captain Carter. Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Just like they did in Winter Soldier at the end of Winter Soldier. That little one-on-one.
For me personally, the biggest problem with the Peggy Carter angle is she was introduced so long ago, and they're just kind of now starting to like, let's use this character again. And I think it's just like you missed that sale. If you wanted to do that, I think you need to do it way back when the Captain America was first coming out, or do something with it. I think it's just been too long, and it just doesn't interest me anymore.
But did you watch the Captain Carter shows? Because this could be their
I
way
didn't, but at that time it wasn't necessarily canon.
Right.
I think they missed their
this
opportunity
is their way
with the
of like
character.
tying it back in, because they're definitely trying to tie back in the Netflix and the ABC shows.
Yeah, but what are we tying in on a what if episode? So you can get one reference that happened on a show that sucked 6 years ago? Like, I don't know.
Probably depends on who you ask. Some people really like the show.
Yeah, I mean the show did suck actually. But if they can tie that one in, then that means that they can tie Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in. And I really liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I want that so badly to be a part of the MCU. And so far they've had every chance and they've been like, nope, not gonna tie it in here, not gonna tie it in there. Nope. So if they're given like shitty shows like that a chance to tie in, and Humans are kind of tying in loosely. That was a terrible movie, terrible show. Yeah.
So guys, that was the 9 episodes for the What If. And so before we end this episode, I want to hear, what is a what if you want to see? Like, if you could make one.
Starting with
what
me.
If Star Wars met Marvel? Nick just went. He just pointed to his tag name today. What if Star Wars met Marvel?
What if Star Wars met Marvel? That would be fucking
What if
awesome.
DC
Guardians of the
met Marvel?
Galaxy, DC and Marvel would be really fun. But we've seen that like in comics and stuff. I've never seen Star Wars and Marvel. I've never seen Darth Vader have to look eye to eye with Thor. Like that would be so freaking awesome if we found ourselves in a universe where Darth Vader, these Yoda, all these Star Wars characters come not in a fight, maybe team up, who knows, or whatever, to fight like Darth Vader and Thanos. That'd be so cool. That'd be the greatest comic
Like,
or show or movie, whatever.
Darth Vader come around to Wanda and go, "I am your father."
They would both have
Very
some
funny.
like head shit battles going on. Like that
That
would be
would be
so
weird.
fun. That'd be so fun. I'm so in on that.
I love
What
that.
about you, Joel?
Actually. I think that's fantastic. I didn't know that I wanted Star Wars and Marvel crossover until just now. And Disney owns both of them, so it's a perfect place for you to do that.
Yeah,
Can happen.
Exactly. Yeah, it'd be a great.
I
show.
do. I love that a lot. I really would like to see the World War Hulk storyline though, where Hulk just literally goes apeshit and destroys the majority of the planet, and he rules the planet.
That's coming though.
Hulk
coming.
being.
We're gonna get.
I mean,
It's
hopefully
coming.
we get a movie. Yeah. But if we can't get a movie, at least give me a little what if episode.
Right.
Showing me. I just want to see him literally break the world. I want to see him so powerful. Yeah. He's been nerfed so far. Yeah, World Breaker Hulk. Now I just want to see it. We'll see it. You gotta.
I do, but it's stuffed in there somewhere. I don't know where it is. I was gonna try to pull it out real quick.
Mine is, I think it'd be cool to have a what if. What if we had Yelena this whole time the MCU? What if Hawkeye had to go save Yelena and not Natasha instead? I know there's a little bit age gap between the girls, but if like she was a little bit older, or if the ages were switched, or whatever it is, if we would have had Yelena this whole time, and it would have been flip flop, Yelena would have died, and Natasha would be here now. It'd be just an interesting difference.
Oh, you just want Scarlett Johansson back.
No, I would want more Yelena time.
He's like,
so
I want
funny.
30 movies of Yelena, and
Yes,
then
I
whatever, we'll
do.
get a couple of Scarlett Johanssons. I like that. Agree.
So we would see Yelena from. Is she in the first Iron Man, or is it Iron Man 2?
Iron Man 2.
Yeah,
definitely
She'd
in
be
2.
in there.
Yeah, definitely in 2.
On
Avengers, Winter Soldier,
Black Widow or whatever. I mean, I probably wouldn't call it Black Widow. But...
Yelena was just so much fun to watch. I would just love to see what she could have done.
Yeah, I agree. I love that actress, so I'm down.
She'd have eaten a bunch of macaroni with sriracha.
That too.
The best way to eat macaroni and cheese is with sriracha hot sauce.
You only have one fork. That was a funny moment.
She is so funny in that show. I gotta rewatch Hawkeye. I'm gonna do that this Christmas.
You should.
Yeah.
It's a good just rewatch. It's not like my top like show.
I've never rewatched it.
Not bad.
It's like the only show I've never rewatched outside of Miss Marvel and She-Hulk.
I've rewatched Hawkeye, but I always skip over the Rogers musical. I know a lot of people love it. I can't stand it, so I always skip it.
That's so
personally.
At least it was only like a short part of the episode and not the entire season. Or even the entire episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if they made an entire episode
of Rogers musical? No, thank you.
I'm in.
I can't do this all day.
And I think that wraps up our animation side of the MCU for tonight. So for more news and content on the MCU, make sure you subscribe to our podcast on Spotify or wherever you subscribe to your favorite podcast platform. Check out our socials. You can check us out on Twitter and Reddit and Instagram. And don't forget to check us out on our YouTube channel as well. So until next time, see you guys.
Peace.
Could do this all day.